Today we are trying the Hector Uribe restaurant. He's a chef, a local chef here from La Rioja, Alavesa, and he got his skills working for the very best in the Basque Country, like Arzac,
owner of Arzac.
Yeah, all kinds of Michelin star restaurants. So he is a very traditional in his plates. He likes a very meticulous presentation of all dishes. And they have a fantastic degustation menu for $41. So let's try
41 euros. How many courses?
About 6 or 7.
About 6 or 7 courses. So we're going to give this a try. We're going to give you guys a review. And again, if you haven't done that yet on our channel, please subscribe, hit the like button, and leave some comments down there. Tell us the places you want to go.
Yeah, sure.
Right, we'll see you inside. Okay, so here's our first little hors d'oeuvre.
Yeah.
I would say a little starter there. We've got our little bottle of wine, which is absolutely really good bottle of wine. I was the taster, but it's as you see, a crianza. So by now we've got our bread, we've got our first little appetizers, and we're going to stop there. We'll pick up a little bit as each course comes out. So
here's our first.
No, well this
dish,
yeah
really.
Our first one was
the menu.
okay. So what we got here is looks like some foie gras, some basically like a peach puree. Looks like possibly some raspberries, and some fleur de sal or salt crystals, which seem to be. Let me taste one. It looks like they may have some flavoring. It's very salty, of course, because it is a salt crystal, but it's got a little bit of a peach. It's got a little bit of a peach aftertaste. Of course, it's salt. Oh, and the little toasted, crunchy breads.
Yep. A little bit of here.
A little bit of that. Again, it's all about the flavor combinations.
A little here. About just a little tiny bit of salt.
Yeah. All right. Now it's my turn. So I can't hold the camera and eat. So I'm going to put one of these down, and it's going to be the camera. So here is our next course. It's going to be an anchovy course. Of course, here in this region, up in the northern part of the peninsula here, they do a lot of anchovies. You got canned anchovies, you got marinated anchovies. Even though these are in a can, these are marinated anchovies actually. And the marinated ones are not salty. Only the canned ones are. So yeah, like she was saying, if you guys didn't hear that, we got a layer of, we got a tomato, we got some trout eggs, we got a little bit of a, what kind of sauce is that?
It's tomato and basil.
Tomato and basil sauce on top of that. And then underneath the layer of marinated anchovies is the vegetables. So zucchini, onion, carrots, but they seem to be cooked.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. We're going to give this a try. So I just dug into the anchovy plate and dish with the little trout eggs. Oh, I mean, I was expecting it to be colder. It was just a little bit warm, and it's really good. I mean, that really does it. And of course, as you see, the presentation on these things is absolutely amazing. So on a side note, Sandra just finished up her anchovy thing, and she's eaten a lot of anchovies because she's from here. And she said this was
absolutely delicious. And the aftertaste that leaves you in the mouth is absolutely amazing.
Okay, so here's our next course up. These are like little crepes that have been stuffed with a morcilla, which is a type of black pudding, which is really good. It's also got like a bean sauce that they've made, kind of like out of a pinto bean type thing. And then you've got the pickled guindilla peppers on there as well. So we're going to give this a try. Pay attention to the presentation of this stuff. And this is not even a Michelin star rating restaurant yet. It might get there one day. Okay, so here's our fish dish. I was right. What we've got there is first is a little bed or a layer of rice that is cooked in squid ink. You got a nice piece of hake on top. Pepper sauce. You see the orangey sauce there. You've got the green sauce, which we didn't really catch what that is. I'm going to give it a little taste here and see what it is.
It's something refreshing.
I don't know, but it's really good. It's really good. Then you got some flowers on there, and it looks like maybe a little thin. They look like sweet potatoes. This looks amazing. I can't wait to eat this. So that's what I'm going to do. So here we go. We've got this next course coming up. What number are we on now? I've lost count. So we're at 6 now. So what we got here is some beef cheeks that are cooked in like a red wine gravy sauce. In between, well, on top, it looks like it's a green cherry. that hasn't ripened yet. We got some rosemary here, and we've got some foie fresco. Again, remember, foie gras over there, preserved. Foie fresco, completely different things. Apple puree. That's a good word for it. Because that is the word for it. And then you've got a nice pepper right here with some fresh little parsley flakes. It's probably going to be pretty good. So I'll let you know in just a moment. Just to give you guys an idea how tender this actually is. And again, you see the foie fresco up here. Okay. And you have the beef cheeks right here. But look how tender that is. It just falls apart. It's just fall apart good. It's cooked in a red wine sauce. I haven't even gotten it in my mouth. So hang on. So we've got our desserts. We have got what appears to be ice cream with, and this would be called, the flavor is nata, which means cream. It's got walnuts in it, so that reminds me of ice cream I used to get when I was a kid. Okay. Now also over here we've got a little cheesecake. Okay. You've got a little pastry with like a custard in the middle. Okay, that's got I just tasted it a while ago. It's got a little bit of a lemon flavor to it. It's really good, actually. And then you've got a bread pudding with some more cream in the bread pudding. So, and then a nice little raspberry with some mint. I always eat the mint because I love mint, but it looks amazing. So with the desserts, if I had to rate them individually as my best to worst, I don't know. I would probably say the best would be a tie between the cheesecake, the ice cream, and the bread pudding. And the worst would be a tie between this one. It's a little sweet. It was good. It's got that custard there. The chocolate's pretty intense on top of there. But these three were really good. This one's good. It's just those other three were really amazing. So this is typically how you'll end a meal here in Spain or in the Basque Country as well. Always with the coffee. And then a lot of times following this is when they would actually do their cocktail. Culturally, you don't really do cocktails before the meals. You do them after the meal, but we've got to go to our little getaway. So we're not going to have a cocktail. If you'll notice around the restaurant real fast. Okay, not to get anybody's faces in there. But when we came in, our reservation was at 1:30. And as you see now, it is about 15 after 3, and it's packed. The place is full, and that's because most people didn't show up here until around 2:30. So be aware of that. That if you want to get a reservation, 1:30 would be ideal because most of the locals don't go out for lunch until after 2. We're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna call this a wrap, basically. So there's the bill. As you can see, not even €100. Okay, for all that food we had, the wine, the waters. So very good place. I would definitely tell you guys, if you're out here in the Rioja region, if you're coming out this area, you might want to stop by here and check this place out. It's very good. So we're going to wrap it up there. We're going to see you guys next time. We're going to do many more of these. If you guys have an idea of a restaurant that's in the area that's close to San Sebastian or Guitaria, anywhere like that, out by where we live in the Guipuzcoa area or the Basque Country, or actually anywhere in Spain, you could just leave that in the comments below. Tell us you want to go check that out, and we will do our best to go out there and actually check it out. I have no problems with eating at a nice place. So real quick, this is going to be like that PS. We forgot to mention about tipping. Tipping is not expected everywhere. It's not going to offend anyone by any means. But it's not like built into the check. A lot of people think that. And you're not going to tip like the 15 or 20% that you typically would back in America. Otherwise, the people are coming after you. You don't really do that here. But what we leave on a bill like this one, €3.50. Okay, and that's plenty for that. Okay, so something that's very cool to do here, and it's just outside of Laguardia. It's a dolmen. Now, dolmens are prehistoric structures. They I'm not really sure. These were tombs built in the Neolithic times, 6,000 years ago. We're in Rioja, Alavesa. This is a part of Rioja. And again, you see this map up top. It shows you that within 46 kilometers, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, at least 8 dolmens. Got other things like the Roman bridge. You've got Laguardia, which is where we're heading next. So it's all really close here. This is a very cool area. Very cool area. And this dolmen is called San Martin. The sign comes up on you really fast, and it's just a little turn in where you've got to stop and get out and walk. Okay, we've gone to another one here before. I'm going to try to find that one on another trip, because we do come back here often. And I'll just kind of show you the walk back to the car. It's not very far. Off to the right, we've got vineyards. Okay, all the grapes are popping out now. I don't know if you can see them up close. I don't want to walk into somebody's property, but the grapes are out there, getting bigger and bigger. We've got all these other little bushes over here, and I believe these are the grapes that they use to make, or not grapes, but it's a type of berry they use to make pacharon with, which is it's kind of like a bash schnapps that they use, and you can see one right here. They almost look like blueberries, but it's a different type of bush. It's a very sweet thing. Very fun here. That's why Sandra and I love coming out here. We do our little weekend getaways from the kids, from reality, I would say, and we just come out here and relax. So this is one of those trips. We do it often, so subscribe and you'll see more of those types of trips.
Well, hello. Today we are in the walled medieval town of Laguardia, in the heart of La Rioja, Alavesa. This is a must-do if you come to this region. This town is very unique. It's one of the best kept medieval towns in Spain. You have a full wall around the city that was built under King Sancho the Strong, I believe, in the 1100s. So lots of history here, lots of good things to see, and
lots of secret stuff that a lot of people miss. So we'll show you that.
Yep.
This is kind of the view from right out the front of the city. You can see again, it's a very arid part of the Iberian Peninsula. You see wineries out there everywhere. Some are just people that grow grapes to sell to wineries. Others, wineries own their own vineyard. So, and if you look way out there, you can see one that's in the process of being built.
Yes.
All right, so this is one of the 5 entrances to the city.
Yep.
And the streets are really, really narrow. So you can see a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the Paganos Gate. Okay, so that's one of the 5 gates into the town.
All right, beautiful doors.
Another important thing to say is the parking.
Okay, the parking, there's several little parkings that you can do around. You can't drive into the city.
Right, you cannot.
So you have to park outside the city. So you can look up that way. This is
Calle Paganos, just like the gate.
Right, and you see Calle up top, and you see Calea at the bottom. Again, there's Euskera, the Basque language, and then Spanish on the top.
Here's some good shots.
So just walking down these little streets, little wineries, little places you can buy wine. And this is one of those cool things. Let me back up here. You see right there, that is something we're going to do in just a little while. A lot of these places there's tunnels running completely all around underneath the city. That was used to get the troops moving back and forth without having to expose themselves. So now, in recent times, the places that are above the tunnels, they were able to buy that section of the tunnel, wall it off, and they use those. One uses it for a real winery. There's only one winery that does it the traditional way in town. And then you've got others that have turned that into almost like a little restaurant or a place to try some wine. So of course, as we walk around these places, you're in wine country, you got to have some wine. So we stopped and had us grabbed us a couple little glasses of wine, and we got our little tapa. Typically tapas come for free. Remember, they're going to always be a small portion of something bigger. So basically, what we got here, as you can see, nice little plate of olives or aceitunas. I didn't really like olives until I moved here, so I would recommend trying them. Even if you don't like olives, I would try them here.
Yeah, very healthy for you.
And they're very healthy. Take it from the nurse. So for a lot of you guys, it's going to be quite hard to go back to reality, because basically what we just paid for the 2 wines and a big plate of really good olives in that little place right back behind us there was what? €5.50. €5.50. Okay. So it's kind of difficult to wrap your head around.
It's easy to get used to this.
Yes. So this, folks, is Plaza Mayor. You see, that's the old town hall. This is where this is where the old and the new meet right here. But that's the coat of arms of Charles V.
And that served as a town hall back in the day. Nowadays, as you can see.
Now we've got over here, and you'll see the new town hall. Of course, you've got your European Union flag. You've got your Ecoreña, your Basque flag. You've got your Spanish flag.
And your Alava flag.
And your Alava flag. Okay. And that's one of our little secret places right over there. We're gonna take you in there in just a little while. We happened to stumble across that place by accident, and it was amazing. Another one of these cool little back streets again. You can see you got house above us, and entrances to houses in these little alleyways. See the Santa up top there. Looking down this way. And then if we go too far, we are out of the city. Okay, so this is another entrance to the city. Always find something new, something exciting here to do. And again, we want to take you guys on these adventures with us. Make sure you guys leave some comments about what you want to see, places you want to go. If there's more about this town that you want to see, let us know. We'll come back. I love coming back. I don't mind coming back at all. So this is a cool little butcher shop. It smells amazing in here. As you can see, all the choritos, the salchichones, pig ears, pig's feet. So even though we just ate breakfast not too long ago and we just had that plate of olives, when I walked into that butcher, I really wish there was the technology for you guys to smell the incredibly good smelling smell that was coming out of that place. That's what drew me in there. It smelled amazing. And now I'm hungry again. Dang it. Right across from this great church is one of our favorite places. It's La Fabulista. It's a winery here. It's one of the only ones that does the traditional way here. So I'm going to see if I can get some information for you guys in here. So this place is great. We've done this winery tour here before. They have got some amazing wines. They do 1 tour a day in English, as far as I remember. The grapes come in through here, through that wall right there, and they put them right down in this pit. And this is where the magic happens, okay? And they'll tell you all about that when you come here to do the tour. We just bought our little pack of wine from La Fabulista, and we love this wine. It is very, very good. We got a Reserve, a Crianza,
and a white, which
and a
we
white,
never tried, by the way.
Yeah, again.
And it's already, set up very nicely for transport.
Oh yeah, perfect, perfect for your check bags.
Right.
Might want to pack some socks in there or something like that to make sure they don't cling together too much. But I'm not sure, you have to double check on this. Please correct me if I'm wrong in the comments so everybody else will know. But I do believe you can bring up to 2 bottles per adult back into the States.
Right.
Without any problems, without any issues. Just make sure you claim it, of course. Here's one for sale for you guys. Number 59, right here on the street around the corner from the winery. And never fear, you've got a barber shop right there across the street. So if you just need to get your hair cut, you can. But we're about to go into
to our
little gym that we found a few years back, just by accident. It was great. So here we go. So here we are down here. Okay, now this is the cool stuff, okay? So what we've got in here, we are down in the ancient tunnels that run underneath the city, okay? And again, like I was saying, each place has been able to acquire the tunnel that is underneath of their shop, underneath their restaurant, underneath their hotel. I believe this one's a hotel as well. Haven't stayed here, but I'm sure it's nice. But let me just show you some of this stuff real quick. Some of these old arches that you can see, and all the antiques that are here. A lot of old stuff from churches, chapels, and newer stuff made out of wine barrels, paintings, mosaics. That's really cool, mosaic here. Back down this way, and I'm going to take you guys all the way to the end while Sandra orders us another glass of vino. Head down deeper in, down in, even further in, and this place is awesome. I can't tell you the amount of times that I've had people on my tours, and it's so cool down here. No air conditioning, but the temperature has dropped at least 20 degrees. I mean, it's just nice and refreshing down here. But I can't tell you the amount of times that I've had people on my tour back in San Sebastian walking tours, that have said, oh yeah, we just came from LaGuardia. And I'm like, hopefully you guys made it to the underground section. And they're like, there's an underground section? There's an old wine press down here. Again, we were here just not too long ago with some of our good friends, showing them this area because this is fun. And you can see the way this is shaped. You can see this was part of the arch. Again, on the other side of that wall would be another tunnel. Again, this was all one big tunnel, but the people that live or own the other side, they blocked it off just like these people have, and it becomes their own private thing. Okay, I'm sure that's better. I've got my little lighting again. That's about the extent of my photographic skill. I can turn some light on, but we're back in the same thing now. I'm just showing you guys the little cool sink they have down here. Now you can see the where they blocked off the tunnel. Again, the tunnel extends beyond this. Here's the wine pressing. Again, this is where 3 tunnels came together. My battery's running low. So just a quick walk through. It's all this again. And again, the temperature decrease in this area is significant. It's almost like you need a jacket down here. You're up there, even in the shade, it's nice and cool, but you're still sweating a little bit because it's very dry. Here comes our wines. You got your bottles hanging out up there. More tunnel. So I'm gonna walk all the way back up again. You can see they've kind of used that there. And you've got some, as you see straight up top, and again, that's straight above me, you see there's ventilation. They were thinking about stuff here. I'm gonna walk into their little shop real quick and show you some of the things you could buy here, which is absolutely amazing. And of course, you've got a great selection of wines, but as you can see, you've got old wine vessels. You've got old irons, metalworks, pots, distilleries, distillers, purons, and everything up here is for sale. So what we've had to do now is shift over to our phone because my Osmo Pocket battery died. Thought it was charged up, but I guess I grabbed a little too much footage today. So we're down in the cave again. What we like to get here is the
amazing food.
Very good food. This was, and again, got the restaurant upstairs, but you could probably get better value from other places. The restaurant was amazing. We've eaten there before, but this is what we like to get here, is just a little snack. Down here in the nice cool area, it works out well. It's nice and hot. The food is called patatas a la Riojana.
Very traditional.
Very traditional food here. It's potatoes and chorizo and some peppers.
Right.
We've got some pickled guindilla peppers over there, some bread. Of course, we got a couple of nice glasses of wine. So this is going to be our little snack.
Enjoy.
And then later on, we got some, what, chuletas de cordero?
Chuletillas de cordero.
Chuletillas.
Another traditional from this
Okay.
area.
Another traditional thing we've got coming up after this is going to be some little lamb chops. So I'll save some footage for that. So here are our lamb chops. They're going to be very good, I'm sure. I can smell them from here. We're in the same spot we were in. There's my lovely wife over there.
Ready to eat?
And we are about to chow down before these get cool. And then we're gonna head back up in the town, check a couple more things, and then make our way back home. We gotta get, unfortunately, or fortunately, for some, we have to get back home. But yeah, all good things come to an end.